Hello dear students. So now we will move on to elliptic equation. So it is in chapter 7. So as you have studied in the previous sections that if the discriminant is negative, that is b square minus ac is less than 0, then we say that the PD is elliptic. Now in this section we will study some basic properties of elliptic equations and some boundary value problems that arises in connection with the elliptic equation. So we will see some definitions also. So usually when I say D usually represent a planar domain. So it's a planar domain means that it is an open connected subset of R2. Okay, it's a non-empty open connected subset in R2. Connected subset in R2. Now, Laplace equation is an equation of the form uxx plus uyy equal to 0. We know that Laplace equation is a elliptic equation. Okay, if you find the discriminant, you will get v square minus ac is less than 0. So it is a well-known example of an elliptic equation. So this is for all xy in our planar domain D. Now we can also represent this by delta u. Okay, so Laplace equation is delta u equal to 0. So any function which satisfies Laplace equation is said to be a harmonic function. Okay, so a function which satisfies Laplace equation, which satisfy Laplace equation is called a harmonic function. Now you can see that in Laplace equation the RHS is 0. So instead of that, suppose we have a given function f here. So suppose we have delta u equal to f. Okay, where f is a given function of x and y. Okay. Here we consider two independent variables x and y. They are the spatial variables. So this represents a two-dimension Laplace equation. And if I write this delta u is equal to f of xy, where f is a given function, then this equation is called a Poisson equation. This is called a Poisson equation. So in Poisson, so we can say that Laplace equation is a particular form of Poisson equation, because in Poisson equation if RHS is 0, then it reduces to the Laplace equation. Solutions of Laplace equation are said to be harmonic function. So they will have continuous derivatives of first and second order. Okay. Now this has got many applications also, because usually Poisson equation represent distribution of temperature. Okay, in a domain D. Here U represent temperature. Also we notice that here time is not there. Okay, T it is independent of time. So you in wave and heat you have seen the time variable was there, but here you have only x and y variables. So this represents the distribution of temperature U in a domain D at equilibrium. Also this is the non-homogeneous term. Okay, f of xy is a non-homogeneous term. This describes the rate of heat production in that domain. The rate at which heat is produced in that domain. So this has got much physical applications also. So that's why it's very important to study the properties of this Poisson equation. So Laplace equation is nothing but a particular form of a Poisson equation. If it is non-homogeneous, it is Poisson equation. If it is homogeneous, it is Laplace equation. Now we will see some types of boundary value problems. So first we have definition 7.1. So we will define the first boundary value problem, or which is called the Dirichlet problem. Dirichlet problem. It is also called the first boundary value problem. First boundary value problem. So the problem is to find a function u which is a solution of this Poisson equation, that is we have delta u is equal to f of xy, where xy element of D, and such that u takes the value g of xy in the boundary of the domain, that is xy element of this. So this represents boundary of the domain. Okay. So inside the domain it satisfies this equation, and on the boundary u takes the value g. So here f and g are given functions. D is as usual the planar domain, and this represents boundary of D. Okay, and this is called the Dirichlet problem. So suppose this is the domain D, then it says that inside this u must satisfy the equation delta u equal to f, and this is the boundary. Okay, on the boundary you should take the value g. So you should take the value g. So this is the boundary of D. So inside so we have a domain D which is a non-empty open connected subset of R2, and inside the domain U satisfy the equation, Poisson equation, that is delta U equal to F, and in the boundary it takes a prescribed value, that is U is equal to G on the boundary. The problem of finding such a function U which satisfy these two conditions, okay, that is in D and in the boundary of D. Such a problem is called the Dirichlet problem, or the first boundary value problem. Next we will see definition 7.2, that is the second boundary value problem. So we have definition 7.2, that is the Newman problem. Newman problem, or it is also called the second boundary value problem. So it is the second boundary value problem. So here the problem is to find a function u such that it satisfies delta u equal to f of xy, satisfy Poisson equation inside D, in D, and the next condition is that dou u by dou n is equal to g of xy, where xy is in the boundary of D. Okay, so in boundary it is given that dou u by dou n takes the value g of xy. So here f and g are also given function. D is a planar region. This represents boundary of D. And here n cap represent unit normal outward to D. Outward to the is a unit outward normal. Outward normal to boundary of D. So to the boundary it is a outward normal is n cap. Okay. And what is dou by dou n? Dou by dou n is nothing but it is the differentiation in the direction of the unit vector. Dou by dou n represent the derivative in the direction of n cap. Okay. So it is the differentiation in the direction of n cap, that is the unit vector. So you must have studied this in vector analysis that this derivative in the direction of a particular vector is del dot a cap if a is the unit vector. So here I can write this as n cap del. Here del is the gradient operator. Okay. So this you have studied in your vector calculus, that is to find the directional derivative in the direction of a particular vector. What you have to do is that vector dot del. Okay, so this is the derivative in the direction of n cap. So dou by dou n is nothing but n dot del. Okay, del is the gradient operator. N dot del. So this is the second boundary value problem. Now we will move on to the third third boundary value problem, that is also called, so this is definition 7.3. So third problem is also called the Robin problem. Robin problem. So this is the third boundary value problem. So again here the problem is to find a function u such that it satisfies Poisson's equation delta u equal to f of xy in the domain D for xy in D. And here the next condition is a linear combination of both Dirichlet and Neumann condition. Okay, so u of xy plus alpha of xy dou u so it is alpha of xy dou u by dou n at x comma y is equal to g of xy, where xy are element in the boundary of D. Boundary of D. So here also f, alpha and g are given functions, and here you can see here the condition is that in the boundary you have a linear combination of both Dirichlet and Neumann. Okay, in Dirichlet you had u takes a value on boundary, u takes a particular value on the boundary. In Neumann you had derivative, okay, derivative along the outward normal. So here you have a combination of both, and alpha is any given function. So if you have if the condition, the boundary condition is a combination of both Dirichlet and Neumann, we have the third problem, that is called the third boundary value problem or the Robin problem. Okay. So these definitions are very important. In the next class, we will study the further properties of elliptic equations.